You've tuned in to the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
You realize what you've done?
With Rich Liebig.
A real gangster plays his cards right.
And Michael Costanzo.
What was that you just read?
Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news.
Good times, noodle salad.
The point is, you now have the ability to be happy.
And now, here's Rich and Mike on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Woo! Yeah, how you guys doing?
What's up, everybody?
It is time for this week's episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. Man, we barely survived that heart attack of a game from the Eagles on Sunday. Boy. We're going to get into that. We barely survived the heart attack, freedom of the press. We're going to get into that in the entertainment news. And then I'm sure we're going to have a stroke or something else in the non-Portugal news. So join us. Every segment has a potential risk of a heart attack.
A new malady.
Yes.
For every single segment.
That is correct. So join us on this week's crazy episode. We've got all the crazy topics coming at you in just a bit. But before we get into the mayhem outside of the world falling apart, is there anything else happening in Costanzo country right now? Are you all right?
I'm doing fine. I mean, the chaos is just, it's like a ring of fire around me, but my bubble is doing fine. Yeah, honestly, it's been. I feel like this is the calm before the storm for me. I had
that is completely the opposite of the world right now. So that's interesting.
No, because the past weekend it was a little bit slower. So I got a little bit of time to relax for the first time in a while. But I expect as I get closer to my wedding, things will ramp up significantly. So I'm trying to take advantage of those moments where I can.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a do nothing weekend. Watched some of The Office. Played video games other than my Donkey Kong banana game. Not Expedition 33 yet. I don't want to dive into it.
I understand why, because it's a massive, big story,
and I don't have the time to like really sit down and do like a dedicated, huge, long gaming session. So I've been playing a couple little indies that I hadn't had a chance to get to.
We're at this rate, we're going to talk about it in 2026.
Yeah, I'll probably finish it around the same time as I.
That gives a good warning to everybody. If you want to join us in on whenever we eventually get to the Expedition 33 dialogue, you have until 2026 to play the game.
Yeah, I'll probably finish it around the same time I finish Baldur's Gate 3, which is probably going to be never. I still hold out hope for that. But so it was a bit slower, a bit quieter for me. So I really appreciated that, though. What have you been up to, though?
Okay. So other than the world going crazy,
there was that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We had we did a karaoke jam night on Saturday. That was fun.
Nice.
It's Rachel loves karaoke. I initially didn't, but then I realized that if I hook my laptop up to the system, I could sing my music. So then it does work out in my favor.
There you go. It's all about finding the right song, right?
Yeah. Because usually when you go to when I mean karaoke party, we actually have it like at our house.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor has like a full blown.
You have like a whole system.
Yeah.
There's like speakers and everything.
He's got
involved.
the full blown system. So he just comes over and he just sets it up on our living room TV. And it works. It works beautifully. And I'm like, this is how you do karaoke. You don't go to a bar and pay hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, no.
No, just have it inside my living room and I get to control the music and I get to have my drinks.
Perfect.
It's great.
So did you sing some Ghost then?
Yeah, you bet.
Does Ghost really lend itself to karaoke?
In my world, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I tried it out in a bar, it probably wouldn't work.
That would probably not go over well.
No. But in my living room...
But in your personal bar...
It works.
Perfect.
Welcome to hell. This is...
That doesn't sound very inviting.
Yes, it does. Welcome.
To hell.
That's the after part, but welcome. And you will listen to Ghost.
There you go.
If you want me to sing.
Perfect.
So that's what we did.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
All
yeah,
right.
just a brief respite from the chaos.
Yeah. So yeah, I really I don't want to bury the lead. We got so many
We got a lot of crazy stuff to get
massive
to.
topics to get to. So let's just jump right in to our first batch of topics. It revolves around sports. Let's launch into the sports sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life.
Sports.
In your face. Ha ha!
That's right, sports coming at you in your face. And before we get into the Eagles and their crazy game, I do want to touch on a little bit of baseball news, which is interesting. We usually, right now we're about to enter the postseason in the baseball world, so teams are starting to clinch their playoff spots. Phillies clinched their division, so the Phillies are back-to-back National League East Division champions. Very happy to see that. But the overarching baseball news to start off the sports sampler is, their baseball is adjusting to the times. They are now going to allow 2 pitch challenges per game next season to be decided by a video replay.
Oh, good for you.
Yep, it took them long enough because they've had this technology for the last 25 years, but they didn't want to implement it. So basically what's going to happen is you can do video replay, but also because of the dimensions of the strike zone, the baseball replay system will actually have the dedicated strike zone to be shown to the umpires that will review the footage. So it should definitively tell you whether or not it's a strike or a ball. So umpires, their authority is getting whittled slowly but surely as we move further into the future when it comes to baseball. Mikey, you have always proclaimed that baseball purists were stodgy and weren't going to bend the change and could be the death of MLB. What do you think of this news that they're going to upgrade a little bit here?
Yeah, I love this change. Because so the reason why I love this change is because I don't think that you should allow human subjectivity to be able to determine something that is a hard and fast, measurable, quantifiable thing, right? Like in the NFL, you don't just leave it up to, their eyes to judge the first down. There's a chain gang. There's measurements, right?
There is also pass interference.
Well, that's the subjective call. This is where the umps come into play. There are subjective calls, and there are things that are measurable. And I think something like a strike zone should be measurable, right? It's a specific defined area.
Yep.
So the fact that it had always been left up to subjectivity and that people heralded this subjectivity as like something important to the integrity of the game never made sense to me. I'm like, there's a zone. That'd be like if the refs in the NFL are like, wow, where really is the end zone? Like, no, it is a marked off area of the field. Or in this case, the baseball strike zone, if the ball goes into that marked off area, it is either a strike or a ball or what have you. So limiting the subjectivity there, I think, is a move in the right direction. You can still have subjectivity in other regards. You know, did the batter's bat, go all the way around, or did they stop? Things like that. Like, you can allow the human subjectivity to come into that, but for something that should be cut and dry, like a strike or a ball, I like this. I think it's a move in the right direction.
Do you think that this is kind of this is the first step towards getting rid of umpires?
Potentially. I don't know if baseball has the balls to do that, but I think that this is. Yeah, it might be.
Oh, my ball!
Yeah, I mean, it could be maybe testing the waters, but I don't think they'd go all the way to like robo umping. I think that would be a step too far, even for the actual organization. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
do you think that that's something that is
Rob Manfred? He's he wants to reinvent the game. That doesn't sound to me like it wouldn't be out of the question, especially if this goes over well. If this runs in 2026 and it's popular and people love it and people think it's the fairest way to handle the game, I don't know. I think you could be you're at least starting to whittle away the umpire, a human umpire's authority here.
Yeah, I mean it. It all depends
And
on.
that could be a good thing. I'm not necessarily saying I'm not a baseball purist.
Right.
It could be a good thing, but at the same time,
It all depends on how it's received, not only by the fans but by the clubs themselves.
yeah.
If the clubs are like, you know what, this is fantastic because now we have a little bit more clarity, you might see them moving further in that direction. Maybe it becomes 3 challenges allowed or 4 challenges or like 1
I'll
per
tell you
inning
what,
or something like that.
Only 2 challenges per game.
That's pretty tight.
That's tight. Yeah. I mean,
I do think it's smart to limit it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would be every single pitch.
right.
And the game would go from, they did all these pace of play rules. That would just throw it completely out the window.
Yeah.
You'd be there for 7 hours, debating every single pitch.
Yeah. Just to clarify, it's 2 pitch challenges per 9 innings. If it goes into extra innings, they will give 1 pitch challenge to the team that has 0 pitch challenges, if that makes sense.
So they don't each get 1. It's just 1.
If you carry 2 over from the
You
regular,
can carry
it over. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But if you enter extra innings with no pitch challenges, you will get 1 back in extra innings.
So it behooves them to use them before the 9 innings are up because they'll get 1 back.
I
anyway.
mean, if you're in a tight game, yeah.
Yeah. 2 is really tight, especially with the number of pitches that could hypothetically be thrown.
Right. I'm trying to
What's a fair number?
I mean,
look,
a starting pitcher, a good game by a starting pitcher is like 6 innings, 100 pitches.
yeah.
So
That's 2% of
yeah,
plays, quote unquote plays,
yeah,
for a quality starter.
right. So I guess
I
in a
don't know.
regular game, you're looking at like 150, then 160, somewhere around there.
Yeah. It's a lot of pitches.
Right. So you only get 2 of them.
I think it should.
You better make sure that the umpire's wrong.
Yeah. I like the fact that there's a limit because if there weren't, we'd be here forever. But I do think that there could be a little bit more leeway, maybe like 4 or 5 challenges instead of just 2. And I know, 4 or 5 isn't making a huge dent, but it's a little bit more flexibility. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think
Because 2 seems really tight.
it really. Yeah, you got to
Like,
make sure
you do need a limit, but that's a very low limit.
if you're gonna call out the challenge, you better make sure that umpire's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So you like the 2? You think
I
it should
kind
be
of
more?
do.
You do?
Because I think that kind of again makes this more like a baby step
Yeah.
in turn. In terms of the actual overall 9 inning game, 9 innings of baseball in a game. I don't think this is going to be that drastic, but at the same time, it's more of like a statement to the human umpires that hey, your time. You might be on a short leash there, buddy.
So you view this as a warning shot.
I feel like this is more like a macro kind of issue as opposed to like micro, like affecting each game.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because no, that's well put. Because the 2 challenges are not going to decide or sway a game.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. But what it is doing, like you said, it's preempting things that could happen, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, umps, get your stuff
yeah.
together, or like they're testing this out. Like they could do, I don't know, the equivalent like a booth review during like high stakes situations.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this. There's an actual either Twitter account or Blue Sky account. I forgot which social media platform it is. But they actually give a game recap of every umpire.
Really?
And
So like what? Like a review of the ump and what they did? Or?
yeah, like how accurate were their balls and strikes called? And a good one is 96, 97, 98%. But I remember there was a bad umpire constantly. He was always in the 80s. And it was like, what are you looking at?
Yeah, it's pretty bad to miss 20% of the pitches, the plays.
Right. And it's like, that guy, you better start looking for another job.
Yeah, or
you're not going to make it.
Or get a new pair of glasses or something. what are you looking at?
Yeah,
right?
like you. This is the warning shot to all umpires. You better be in that like 97, 98, 99% range.
Yes, yeah,
Because now with these 2 pitch challenges, we're calling your mistakes out.
yeah. Like I said, I like the move. I like it because it modernizes baseball. It gives teams a little bit more, ability to challenge those subjective calls that are so blatantly wrong.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. The latest from baseball there, but that's not what the main story is here in Philadelphia, or if you're a Philadelphia fan. No, this is what you want us to talk about. The Eagles somehow beating the Rams 33-26.
Where are my Eagles?
And that is what we were saying during the first 3 quarters of this game. This was one of the ugliest games I've seen in quite some time from the Eagles offense. This was...
It was really bad.
Frustrating. This team looked just uninspired. They looked tired. They looked almost like hungover those first 3 quarters. It was they just looked dead.
So with 12 minutes left in the third, the score was 26-7.
Yep. And Hurts had just had a strip sack fumble.
Yeah. Things look really bad. According to ESPN's win probability, the Rams had a 94.4% chance of winning.
Those damn barbarians have got my Eagles.
Yes.
They had them.
They had them.
They had them.
They had them.
But at some point during that third quarter, things just did a 180.
Yep.
It's like they realized, oh, wait, we can play offense.
Oh, yeah, we can throw to A.J. Brown. I think that happened. Getting Devontae Smith back into it.
Got involved. Yeah.
Hey, remember those 2 guys?
It's like, hey, remember your 2 top 10 wide receivers or fringe top 10 wide receivers? Come on.
Remember that? Remember those guys?
Jalen Hurts remembered that he is actually a quarterback. Ended up throwing for over 220 and 3 touchdowns.
Do you believe? I just want to dive right into it. Do you believe that it was Kevin Patullo's fault?
Man, that is such a loaded question because Nick Sirianni goes, oh, yeah, Patullo called the second half. But Sirianni's not going to throw any of his coaches or players under the bus.
This reeks to me that it's Patullo's fault. This reeks to me, again, why does this keep happening? They don't get their offensive coordinator right.
It's these inside hires. These inside hires of individuals who don't have experience calling plays. Because it's one thing to be able to scheme an offense or scheme plays, but calling them in the rhythm and in the flow of a game, being able to understand what the defense is doing in context and dial up the right plays, that's a whole different skill set.
Patullo is good at at scheming, at like what you said, scheming. He's good at like those at that first drive where you've planned out what you want your first 10, 15 plays to be. They scored first in the Dallas game. They scored first in this Rams game off of the turnover.
And then at some point,
and then, but then they get punched in the. You get that first punch in the face, right? Mike Tyson. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. That's Patullo. He gets that first hit. He doesn't know. He reverts back to screenplays. I was about to freaking throw up. I'm like, no, I thought we had gotten over this. I am not going to deal with a whole season of screenplays. No,
It's really tough because, and I hate the fact that my mind is going there, but it is at times starting to feel like 2023. But here's the thing. Oh my God, I don't want to be a WIP caller.
Give in to your anger.
No, because the constant between 2023 and 2025 is not Kevin Patullo. It's Nick Sirianni. So the debate is, who's actually calling the plays? Is it Nick Sirianni calling the plays, being conservative, or is it an internal OC hire who is not familiar with calling the plays, right? Because both seasons are kind of shaking out the same way, although 2024 also started this way, right? So
it did, but more of the criticism was on defense. We couldn't stop a lot of those 2 losses that we had last year. The defense couldn't make stops.
Yeah,
it was more that.
I will say something.
And we're about to run into the Buccaneers again this week.
Something
so
that I don't.
Here we go.
Something that I don't want to be lost in this conversation is how freaking amazing the defense played. I know it doesn't seem like it. 26 points seems like a lot, but we were giving them so many short fields.
Yeah.
And Vic Fangio held them to
The offense was stalling so much that
not just stalling, but
the Eagles were losing field position so badly.
The field position battle was out of control.
Yes.
So the entire game, I don't know what was happening. We could not field a kick or a punt to save our lives.
Well, that was Tank Bigsby.
Man.
That trade's starting to look bad right now.
Oh yeah, we definitely lost that trade.
Yeah.
Howie Roseman doesn't win all of them, but this one is absolutely a loss. I think there was like 4 or 5 muffed,
and three of them were Tank Bigsby.
yeah. And the commentators were going,
get him off of the team.
but the commentators were going on and on about how the Rams kicker kicks this knuckleball style kickoff or it like spins weird, and I'm like, okay, but you're also getting paid $1 million to catch that freaking thing.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
You know,
One is acceptable.
I can
2, 3. What is happening? Get him off the.
by
off
the time
special
you get to
teams.
3, yeah, I mean, he should have been cut before the game ended. But it wasn't just him. The other guy also dropped. I forget who the other guy was that dropped 1 or 2 of them as well. But it made it so every single drive was starting between the 10 and the 15-yard line. We had to drive 90 yards. We would stall out. We'd give the ball back to the Rams at the 40.
Yeah.
But somehow Vic Fangio held that Rams team to 4 field goals. 26 points seems like a lot, but when you consider short field, and he only gave them maybe 30 yards and they had to kick a field goal, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And then the few times where he forced them to drive, it was, a little bit tougher for them. So defense helped win that game, but the real it's funny because it's like a two-facer, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, because special teams got us into a lot of problems, but special teams also won us that game.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You texted me this. I don't think we've seen 2 block kicks in a season, and then
No.
all of a sudden we saw back-to-back in this game.
I cannot tell you. I think I can count on 2 hands the number of blocked kicks I've seen
Yeah.
personally
ridiculous.
in my life. And yeah, 2 blocked field goals to end this game. It was absolutely absurd. Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter blocked 1. The Rams come back, drive down the field, and then they block a second one, and Jordan Davis takes it to the house.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. I love a big man,
MVP.
scoop and score.
Yeah.
I just love
He better make sure he gets the contract.
Yeah. Oh, he absolutely should. I mean, he's quietly having a career year. He had in that game alone, he had a sack, the 2 blocked kicks, the scoop and score. He had a tackle for a loss. He was all over the place. Not only that, but the big knock against Davis was his snap count because his conditioning was at a point where he couldn't play more than 50% of the snaps. I saw numbers recently. He's playing 70+% of the snaps. So he can stay out there on the field now
Yay.
and play at that level. And yeah, I mean, just absolutely phenomenal effort on his part. So defense and special teams, specifically the field goal unit, absolutely won us that game.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
The offense just needs to do better. For like 3 quarters out of the 4, they were non-existent. In the third quarter, they put up 14. But again, in the fourth, 6 of those points came from Jordan Davis. That's not offense.
Nope.
It's not offensive production. So, I mean, what's the fix here? We're going into Tampa Bay.
The fix is, to me, it's Patullo. Something is not right with Patullo. I've seen 3 games of his. The play calling has been uninspiring, especially after the first drive. To me, I think so far, if what I think is true, it's he has like that first 10 plays schemed well, and then when he gets that first, when the first adjustment that the defense makes against him, I don't know, it just stops him. It stalls the offense.
So do you think it was Nick Sirianni taking over in the second half? Or do you think it was Jalen Hurts just calling whatever he wants to at the line?
It's the news reporting says that Jalen Hurts was calling audibles.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. That could be just, trying to make Jalen Hurts look good. Maybe it was Nick Sirianni. I don't know. But whoever took over, that was better.
That was better.
That was better.
Do the third quarter, but across all 4 quarters.
Yes. So
do that. That's
right.
that's the fix.
No. Have Patullo do like the first drive.
Okay, so Patullo does the first 15 plays. Sirianni does the rest of the first half. Then Jalen Hurts just plays backyard football for the second half.
Throw it to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
Just chuck it up. One of them will be open.
Like
Brett Favre it.
I mean,
scramble and run and gun.
I know you made a joke of it, but you know what? Because here's something else that I've noticed as someone who has Saquon Barkley on his fantasy league. They are putting 7-8 guys in the box.
They are.
Saquon Barkley has not produced very well. So guess what? If they're doing that, somebody, either
somebody's got to be open,
or at least has one-on-one.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, you trust them.
Look, you got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith. You also have Dallas Goedert, who is in that top 10 tight end conversation. In addition to that, though, you also have slot receiver Jahan Dotson, who is a former first-round pick, seems to be developing more of a rapport with Jalen Hurts. You have so many weapons, an abundance of weapons. You just got to figure out how to use them correctly.
Yep.
Like, I think any team in the league would trade the entire farm to have our skill position players, right?
Yeah. So literally, just if they're stopping Saquon, somebody's either open or somebody's one-on-one.
Yeah.
And if it's A.J. Brown, one-on-one is basically open.
That's his nickname, right? Always open.
Yeah.
Just throw it up there.
Like,
he's such a powerful receiver.
I said this before. I don't know if you guys remember it, but there was a GM that said in terms of like rosters and creating a strategy and stuff like that, if you have a top 10 wide receiver, it's better to throw to that top 10 receiver even in double coverage versus, Joe No Name on a 5-yard dink and dunk.
Yeah. Because if they come down with the ball, special things are going to happen.
And they have a higher chance of coming down. If they're truly a top 10 talent, they're going to have a much higher chance of coming down with the ball.
And both of them. I mean, A.J. Brown is so powerful, so big, but Devontae Smith has an insane catch radius. I mean, the dude bends and jumps like nobody else. You get it anywhere near those two guys, and there's a really good chance they're going to come down with
A.J. Brown had 0 targets in the first half of this game.
I believe it. Yeah.
So, I don't know. To me, it seems like it's Patullo. I don't know. Obviously, we're not NFL insiders. We're not Eagles insiders.
Oh, the only people that are gonna know that are Sirianni, Patullo, and Hurts.
Right.
And
it seems to me
we're never gonna know one way or another.
Yeah.
I wish we could, because then we could call for their head publicly. But
yeah. All right. Well, speaking of trying to get in their head and trying to figure out what is going to happen, that's a good transition into our Fantastic Four picks for week number 4 of the NFL season. All right, there you go. The music is officially on. What are the 4 games that we're going to try and predict, Mike?
All right, first up, we have a battle for the NFC West. The Seattle Seahawks are traveling to Arizona to face off against the Cardinals. This is a Thursday primetime game. These teams are very evenly matched. The spread right now, according to ESPN Bet, is only 1.5 points. Rich, in this coin flip, who gets the edge?
Usually in a game like this, I would say stay away from the road team on a Thursday night game. But Arizona, to me, they have not looked... They can't put together a complete game. Losing that game to the 49ers was very embarrassing, I thought, last week. And they lost their running back. So they're going to be playing hurt here. And is Kyler Murray somebody you want to trust? After all this time, I don't think so. I don't think so. Seahawks, on the other hand, they have lost, but they have, I think, come together around Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold is trying to, it seems like he is leading the next phase of this Seattle Seahawks team post Geno Smith. and he's looking pretty good the last couple of games that he's been in a Seahawks uniform. So I'm actually leaning towards Seahawks in this one.
Yeah, I think, like you said, the big loss, James Conner, on IR for the Cardinals. The other thing, Cardinals have a winning record right now, but a lot of their wins are close wins. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you look to the other side of the Seahawks, and I know, for example, the Saints aren't very good, but they blew them out of the water.
Yep.
Steelers have a winning record. They easily handled the Steelers, 31-17. So I think how you win games and how you lose games says something about the type of team that you're building. And I think right now, like you said, the Seahawks just fundamentally have a little better idea of how they want to do things. I do like the nice surprise of the Cardinals early on here. I don't think they were expected to be this good, but I don't know how long that will last. So, yes, I am going Seahawks as well. But next up, we have an interesting one. It's Rich's pick of the week. I don't know why, but it's the LA Chargers at 3-0 at the New York Giants with a 0-3 record. Rich, why?
Yeah, I told Mike, this is a stinky pick.
It is a stinky pick, but tell me, why is it so stinky?
For those that are betting, the Giants are getting 6.5 points. And actually, money is starting to come in on the Giants, and that might go down to 6. So if you're on my on my bandwidth here, you might want to get in on your app as quickly as possible. But the Giants are going to be at home. They have listened to the fans, and they are going to start Jackson Dart in this game. So the offense, to be honest with you, I think is going to be a little bit rejuvenated in this. Russell Wilson cannot run anymore. They had some designated quarterback sweep plays, and he had one good run in that second game, but for the most part, he's lost his legs. He really can't scramble like he used to do. Jackson Dart scrambled a lot in college. I think Dable is very excited to use somebody with legs that can actually move in that offense. I expect a lot of scrambling, a lot of opportunities for Jackson Dart to complete passes, and this should be a game that is going to be low scoring. The total, I think, on this is like 43-44. So this should be a low scoring affair. Those 6.5 points are going to matter. And the Chargers, I always like to say this, a West Coast team coming to the East Coast on a 1 o'clock game. Look, the Rams lost that game to the Eagles. There's something about that West Coast coming to the East Coast early game. It kind of messes you up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like the Giants here getting almost a full touchdown in this. I think that's a good way to bet this one with the home underdog.
So you think the Giants are winning, or do you think they're just covering?
Cover.
Okay.
I'm much more comfortable in covering.
Okay. There we go. Because I was like, hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll cover because the switching quarterback creates an unknown. But I think the Chargers are just a much better team. Justin Herbert is playing fantastic football right now.
I mean, look, if you're feeling adventurous, maybe sprinkle a little bit on the money line. It could happen.
I mean, sure.
But
sure, why not?
My pick is definitely Giants getting 6.5 points. I think that is a big advantage to have in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm still going Chargers to win. Maybe you throw some money on the Giants to cover, but yeah, I think it's still Chargers here. But we have two other struggling teams. The AFC's top teams, or former top teams, the Baltimore Ravens, traveling to Kansas City to face off against the Chiefs. Both of these teams have struggled early on this year with 1-2 records. This game, I hate to say it this early, could be do or die. This will drop one of them to 1-3 in what is expected to be a tight AFC race. Rich, what do you think?
Oh, boy.
I don't think anybody expected these two teams to be in this type of situation.
Yeah, this really could be, whoever falls to 1-3, there's going to be panic.
Oh, yeah.
I got to trust more. I feel like the Ravens, they really have had a brutal schedule to start off this season between the Lions, between the Bills. You know, that's really two tough teams. And then they got to go on the road and face the Chiefs. That's tough. So,
this game really sucks. It is tough.
I'm gonna go Ravens. I think those 2 losses are very like acceptable. You know, what are you gonna do? You got the Lions and the Bills got scheduled that early in your season schedule. There's nothing you can do about it.
The Ravens look very sloppy, but here's the thing: so did the Chiefs.
Right, the Chiefs look just as sloppy.
I just don't understand how these 2 teams have so far fallen so far. I mean, for a while there, the Chiefs were really legitimately struggling against the Giants.
Yeah.
Like, I checked the score. I think it was like 9-3 or something at one point. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. That offense is not clicking like it used to.
I will say, and I keep saying it, I think something's broken with the Chiefs. Like, they're not all there. I think they're getting older. I think that mentally they're messed up. I think that they've finally reached the limit of being able to just entirely rely on Patrick Mahomes. He has nobody. Like, in terms of, like, talent around him, it's just severely lacking. The Ravens still have an opportunity. Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson. It's just that defense is so bad right now, and Kansas City's defense is so good. I'm going to begrudgingly say the Chiefs because of the defense.
Oh, okay.
They're home. They have the better defense right now. I don't know. This game, it's so close. I'm going to begrudgingly say the Chiefs, though.
All right. But I'm still going to go Ravens. Also, Super Bowl losers curse. I think that's happening to the Chiefs right now as well.
It most certainly is. We'll see. I would love for them to fall to 1-3. That would be fantastic.
Well, someone's going to.
Someone's going to be on the outside looking in. But you know who that could also happen to is our very own hometown Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Tampa Bay, where we've always had trouble. Do they even bother to make the trip? Should they just forfeit now and save themselves the heartache and the injury? What's going on?
I think they should. I don't know.
They just say, you know what, we pass.
The Eagles just, for some reason, in Tampa Bay, I don't know if it's Florida man, I don't know. They do not play well against the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Watch Sunday. Baker Mayfield's going to turn into like the second coming of Joe Montana. It always just tends to happen. And again, week 4, same time as last year, and they were able to beat the Eagles. I'm just going to say history repeats. I think the Eagles need to suffer a loss at some point, and I think it happens here at Tampa Bay. So yeah, I'm gonna just say history repeats itself. Let's have Tampa Bay win this one.
Yeah,
They just always play bad against them.
I hate the Eagles traveling to Tampa Bay, and the schedulers have had us travel to Tampa Bay. I think it's like 3 years in a row now.
Yeah,
and it's
like we have a good sample size. They always play bad.
The temperature is going to feel like 103 in Tampa Bay.
Ew.
The Eagles are traveling in a day early to acclimate to the heat, to practice in Tampa Bay.
I don't like it. Don't like it.
I think that with the struggles that we've been having, with the way that Baker Mayfield I don't know whether he secretly has a copy of our playbook. I don't understand what's going on. He just always tears us up. I think he is without Mike Evans, though, technically.
Yeah, I heard he's going on the IR. Yep.
Yeah, so maybe that helps us, but you know what? Screw it. I'm going Eagles.
Oh, all right. Still a homer pick?
Yeah, why not? I will probably lose, but I don't know. The game is gonna suck.
Yes.
Even if we win, it's gonna suck, and we're not coming away unscathed.
Yeah, please don't get hurt.
I don't know if that's going to be an injury. I don't know if that's going to be like we further fall into this death spiral of terrible offensive play calling. You know, I don't know what it is, but like this game is going to like mess us up a little bit somehow.
Well, yeah, please don't get hurt. That is my number one concern. Because
Yeah.
everybody's going to be dehydrated. Yeah,
It just seems like we go to Tampa Bay and things fall apart.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like last year, it was like people were calling for Sirianni to be fired, and the team had to have an intervention and be like, we need to run the ball. Like that was a breaking point.
Yep.
We came out stronger, but in what was it? What was the year that we got embarrassed in the playoffs?
23.
It was 23. Yeah.
Yep.
Like nothing good ever comes from Tampa Bay.
Yep.
is all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
Even if we win, nothing good will come of it.
Yep. So I'm just going to outright say it's a loss. But I'm telling you, they just always play bad in Tampa. It never works out right.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Damn Florida.
I've never been there, but I feel like it's a terrible place.
Screw you, Tampa Bay. Just taking a crap all over that city.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? We need to take a break. We're really tearing a new one into Tampa Bay there for some reason. All right. We need to take a break. But don't go anywhere, because after the break, we still got the entertainment entree. We got big news there. And then the non-fortune cookie odd news when we return. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
Just a moment. You just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there.
No, we've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
It's all right. Just get him in the car.
One cup, look. They even broke.
Oh, yeah, back after Democracy Manifest. It's the clip that keeps on giving. I didn't realize they opened the police car door and he slams it shut. Why don't more criminals do that?
Like, no.
No, I decline your invitation for me to step inside your police car.
No, thank you. Goodbye. Just
Yes, no. I will not go to jail. Thank you very much.
I didn't know you could just decline.
Right?
Just like, nah, I'm good.
Because they have him walk to the car and he slams the car door before he makes his proclamation. That's
Look,
brilliant.
at that point, you got to try everything, right?
Yeah. If the car door is shut, you can't force me in there.
That's true.
Oh, man, I still love that clip. Democracy Manifest. Still in the rafters here in the Crispy Noodle headquarters. This is the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame sound clip right there. All right, with that out of the way, let's launch into the second part of our show. Folks, it's time for the entertainment entree.
And now, the latest in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
This is the entertainment entree.
All right, we are officially in entertainment entree territory. Let's kick it off with the segment where Mike is going to let you know what you should keep an eye out for this upcoming weekend with new movies, video, and movie, TV, and video game properties. I mean, video is movies and TV, so I guess that kind of works.
Yeah. It's a catch-all.
Right.
Any kind of video.
Video and video games.
There you go.
There you go. It's time for Mike's This Week in Entertainment. All right, what video do you have to feature?
The first video is in theaters. One Battle After Another is a new comedy adventure film starring Leonardo DiCaprio. It currently has...
Are you all right over there?
I'm good. I misspelled Leonardo's name so wrong.
Yeah, you spelled it Leonardo? Leonardo. I mean, I guess you're close, but it's...
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
So Leo, the movie currently has an outstanding score in the mid-90s on both Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, with critics calling it an epic screwball adventure. Here's the synopsis. Bob is a washed-up revolutionary who lives in a state of stoned paranoia, surviving off-grid with his spirited and self-reliant daughter, Willa. When his evil nemesis resurfaces and Willa goes missing, the former radical scrambles to find her as both father and daughter battle the consequences of their pasts. So it's a different type of role for Leo, but it seems really interesting, and I was surprised at the super high praise it's getting. So it might be one to keep on your radar if you're looking for a movie to check out here. But in television, we also have The Lowdown, a neo-noir dramedy starring Ethan Hawke. This might be something for you, Rich, neo-noir. It's coming to Hulu and FX. Here's the synopsis. Citizen journalist Lee Raybon is a self-proclaimed Tulsa, Oklahoma truth storian, quote-unquote, whose obsession with the truth and quest to expose local government corruption frequently lands him in trouble and pulls him away from his teenage daughter. This show is also doing... really well with critics, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and 87 on Metacritic. So two really, really highly reviewed properties coming out this week in TV and movies, and that's what we're looking forward to this week in entertainment.
All right, thank you for that segment, This Week in Entertainment. All right, let's officially get to it. You knew this was going to be the story. It's dominating all the headlines. And as of this recording, I mean, he's coming back, but it was a very troublesome week for him to get here. So without further ado, let's launch into the whole Jimmy Kimmel controversy.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Oh, boy. So, mind you, this all happened between our two shows.
Yeah.
Like,
it is crazy how much
this was
happened.
not a weeks-long or a months-long controversy. This happened, like, what?
He got...
Was it Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, he got suspended Wednesday, I think.
And we're back here recording less than a week later.
And he's
it's
back.
Already 180.
He's back on TV.
So let's talk about what happened exactly. So I guess this all starts with the murder of conservative podcast host Charlie Kirk. Jimmy Kimmel had some remarks on his show about the death. I don't think he said anything too inflammatory when you look at the actual quotes.
Yeah, I didn't think it was anything that was...
I remember watching the video and going, where does he say the crazy thing that gets him suspended? So he was saying, something along the lines of that certain people in politics were trying to take advantage of this death and use it as a way to further certain, viewpoints and things like that. basically alluding to the fact that, they were trying to capitalize on the death, which I don't think is too far off the mark, but that's not what this story is about. What this is about, though, is that immediately after that, Sinclair Broadcast Group and Nexstar Media Group threatened to remove Jimmy Kimmel's show from their affiliate stations. So the way that broadcast TV works is ABC, owned by Disney, basically is, I guess, kind of like the parent company in this regard, and that Sinclair and Nexstar own the local affiliates, the local ABC stations. So here in the Philadelphia area, Disney owns ABC directly. But in other markets, smaller markets, Disney does not own the ABC affiliates. It's Sinclair and Nexstar. These two groups that coincidentally are trying to work on mergers that they need government approval for. They have strong conservative leanings. They collectively own about 400 broadcast stations. They said that they will not carry Jimmy Kimmel anymore because of the comments.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So under that pressure, ABC says, you know what? We can't afford to have these groups be on bad terms with us, so they indefinitely suspend Jimmy Kimmel. Sinclair Broadcast Group goes on to say that the suspension was not enough, that they demanded he apologize and make a meaningful personal donation to the Kirk family and his social media, I don't know what it is, website, podcast, Turning Point USA.
Yeah, whatever the hell this is.
And also called for formal discussions with ABC regarding the network's commitment to professionalism and accountability. I mean, ABC is as bland milquetoast as you can get.
Yeah.
To say that, I'm just going to go off on a side tangent for a second, is absolutely absurd. In terms of, like, television stations and TV shows that push the boundaries, ABC is not at the top of that list.
No.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sorry. That is absolutely wild. So basically, after pressure from subscribers canceling Disney Plus subscriptions and Hulu subscriptions, the Big Daddy parent company, Disney, is finally like, whoa, what is going on? They're hurting shareholder value.
Yep. Don't mess with the stocks.
So
nope.
The House of Mouse steps in and says, ABC, get Jimmy Kimmel back. ABC says, okay, we'll bring Jimmy Kimmel back. Sinclair and Nexstar, for their point, they said they will not be airing Jimmy Kimmel after he returns. They will instead be replacing his segment with further news broadcasts.
Oh, good for you.
It's a whole pile of poop is what it is. I hate every second of this.
Yes. My big concern, though, is the macro here.
Yeah.
This we really try not to do politics. I really don't.
I tried to stay away from it as much as I could in that story, but it's
intertwined.
It is.
And to me, this represents one of the most egregious violations of the First Amendment I think I've ever seen.
This is censorship.
It's like some sort of weird roundabout corporate censorship.
Yeah.
And it has no place. I don't understand how anybody could be looking at this and be saying that, like, oh yeah, this is normal.
He said nothing slanderous, nothing libelous. He did not incite anger, hate. He did not use hate speech. The exact quote was something like, something along the lines of the right wing is trying to make it seem like the killer isn't one of their own.
Yeah.
Which he was.
But like, even if he did say something that was like offensive, I mean, as long as it's not hate speech or a threat, it's protected by the First Amendment.
Yeah,
you are allowed to say that
100%.
So actually, the whole thing about whether or not what he said is that bad or not, that's completely irrelevant. That doesn't matter. Like he was well within his lines to say what he wanted to say. You may not agree with it. That's politics. That's fine, whatever. But he has a right to say it.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that this devolved so fast that he got booted off the station, back on the station, but now the local affiliates are still banning him. The whole thing is just bizarre to me, and it represents a severe fracture in the freedom of speech, and that scares me.
Yeah.
And look, as someone who does podcasts, this is kind of, important. a little bit important.
I say way crazier things than Jimmy Kimmel does. I am routinely trying to pick fights with various states and cities.
You literally just threatened Tampa Bay.
I literally just called out Tampa Bay for being a trash city, even though I've never been there and have no information or knowledge of the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a wake-up call that, and this isn't even the first one that's happened this year. People forget, like Stephen Colbert, also a little different. They just said that they're sunsetting the entire Late Show.
Yeah.
But still technically both kind of in response to corporate mergers that need government approval.
Also, for those that are saying this isn't about politics,
It 100% is, firstly.
Trump actually tweeted out Jimmy and Seth are next.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Does he have like a hit list?
He does. He has hated Jimmy Kimmel for a long time.
Right.
Which is, for people, I'm really
reference Jimmy Fallon. Sorry, but
yeah, Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, I'm really trying here, Rich. I'm really trying here.
I know,
but he's long hated Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, he's one of his most vocal critics against him.
Right, and both Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel spoke out, against Trump and the administration a lot. Stephen Colbert was, his show is being ended because CBS is trying to do some mergers, or parent company Viacom is, and also I think it's Nexstar is looking to do a merger, and so they need government approval as well. So is this preemptively trying to get in good with the administration by knocking off people that they disagree with in order to cozy up to them? It kind of feels that way.
I think A, it definitely is, and B, the FCC chairman literally went on a podcast, ironically, and he said something like, if these local broadcasters want to step up, they should, and take on content that they disagree with.
I mean, he, in so many words, told them.
And within 12 hours, that's when Nexstar started this whole stink on Wednesday.
I mean, if it smells like a duck and it quacks like a duck, whatever the saying is, it's probably a duck, right?
Yeah.
If the chair of the FCC is like, hey, you guys need to take care of people who are critical of the administration, and then 12 hours later they do, and they also have a merger coming up that would need FCC approval, that would consolidate more than 50% of local affiliates under their umbrella, which, by the way, the limit is 39%.
So much for that.
I mean, how else can you slice it?
Yeah. The whole thing bothers me from start to finish.
It bothers me from a First Amendment perspective. It bothers me from a political perspective, corporate perspective. The whole thing just reeks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see what Jimmy Kimmel does in his night back. We're recording on the same night that he's coming back.
Yes.
But
and I don't even like Kimmel.
Yeah, actually, you're not a big fan of him.
I think I have a great position to speak on it here, because I really don't like Jimmy Kimmel and his brand of comedy. It really grates on me. But to just silence somebody, and that's what it is. It's silencing somebody, because there have been people that have said way worse that are still allowed to have their shows and their podcasts and whatever else that they have out there. They're still allowed to do their thing. It's just ridiculous. And it is, in my mind, a clear violation of First Amendment rights.
Absolutely.
And one of the founding principles was freedom of the press, right? I mean, Jimmy Kimmel is not news per se, but under that umbrella, you're allowed to be critical of the government. You're allowed to be critical of institutions. We don't see the cancellation of other shows that people disagree with, right?
Not yet.
Unless they say something.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. We'll see. And again, he didn't say anything libelous. He didn't make any threats. There was no hate speech. Maybe it was off color. It didn't seem that bad.
But even if it was, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Being offensive, sorry, that's subjective.
The only thing that the First Amendment doesn't protect against is slander, libel, hate speech, and inciting
some sort of violence.
Some sort of violence. You can't. And people, side tangent. People are always like, it gives me the right to say whatever. No, it doesn't. That is not correct. You can't walk into a theater and shout fire. That is not protected. There will be consequences. People somehow forget that part. Jimmy Kimmel is protected.
Yeah.
And it's a violation. And I'm glad that he's back, even though I hate him.
He's back, but for how long? Because I don't know. Sinclair and Next Star, they are standing their ground on this.
We will see how ABC and parent company Disney feel the pressure of Jimmy Kimmel not being aired in about 400 local markets. In an unrelated note, Disney announced price increases for Disney Plus.
Oh, great. just in time for all this.
Oh, good for you.
It's like, have you ever seen that subreddit, A Boring Dystopia?
No.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
That sounds like this.
How did all these things happen in a week?
Yeah. What the hell?
They're like, oh no, our subscribers are leaving. Let's bring them back. But also, can you give us $3 more a month? I feel like I'm living in some kind of bizarro world.
If somehow Disney comes out of this and makes some money, everybody should be just ashamed of themselves.
I hate to say it, but the mouse does not lose money.
I mean, right now, this past week they did.
They'll find a way to make it back, i.e. Disney Plus price increases.
All right. Well, on a tangent, how about that Mandalorian and Grogu trailer?
You know, that's one way that you can avoid giving Disney their money.
Hey, remember that? Here, focus on that.
Consume.
Shut up. Consume product.
Look away from the controversy. Look at the Star Wars.
Have a Star War.
Have a Star War. Look,
have you seen that? That's the new meme.
No,
is like instead of saying like if you're trying to refer to a single entity of Star Wars, you say this is Star War. Have a Star War.
Have a Star War. That's what Disney wants. Disney wants you to have a Star War.
Yeah.
They're like, look, I think it's very convenient that the controversy of a trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu and the price hike come bang, bang, bang. It feels very scripted, right? Like I feel like I'm living in a script right now.
The whole thing is very, very troubling.
And I know that trailer was rushed out because there's not a single line of dialogue in it.
Nope. That whole trailer, by the way, if you do watch it, 90 seconds long.
90 seconds is a sizzle reel.
Yeah, has nothing in it. Has just Grogu. That's it. It's just a 90-second Grogu clip.
I watched that trailer, and I think I turned to you and said, it didn't. I'm confused. Like, it didn't do anything. It didn't say anything.
No, it was just, look at Grogu. Shut up. Remember Grogu. Shut up. Here you go.
Can you tell
me? Think of the cuteness. Shut up.
Can you tell me anything about that movie from that trailer?
Grogu.
That's it.
That's it. Grogu. He's cute. Remember him?
And the Mandalorian.
No.
Neither of these characters talk hardly at all.
Grogu. Remember him? He's cute. He eats funny food. Remember?
That was the one bit. Look,
he's cute.
He's trying to pull the dish across the table, and then the lady stops him.
He's cute.
And
he's
it's funny.
Cute. Remember? He's cute.
Remember, he's cute, and he's funny, and he's a practical effect. Look, he's a puppet. He's a puppet, guys.
Look, he's small.
He's small.
He can fit in weird tubes.
But if you're tired of looking at Grogu, look at Mandalorian. Boom. Explosion. Zap. Blast. Fly. Boom.
Boom.
Mandalorian.
Movie. Consume product. Stop asking questions. Consume product.
That is an example of another now Disney-owned property, The Simpsons, where they had superliminal messaging.
Yes.
That was superliminal messaging.
Yes, it was.
There's liminal, there's subliminal, and there's superliminal. What we just experienced this week was superliminal messaging. They're like, you want Kimmel back? We'll give you Kimmel back, but you're going to pay $3 more, and you have to watch this movie.
Yeah. Support Baby Yoda.
Or cancel your Disney Plus subscriptions. There you go. I said it.
Okay, on that note, let's launch into our third and final portion of the show, the non-fortune cookie odd news.
We've been talking about cool and its ramifications and how it applies to the hip scene. But maybe you could give us some examples now of the opposite of cool, uncool. Just exactly what is uncool?
My nipples look like milk duds.
Holy shnikes.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing.
How you doing? Me? I'm doing great.
Mandada bastata. I don't make this stuff up.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. That'll be $4, baby. You want fries with that?
I seen the celery dance across the baseball fields.
You had me at meat tornado.
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Okay. What does that mean?
And now it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
So sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders, go to the bathroom, because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo, odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news here in this segment. Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and he keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Where are we heading to?
Yeah, so I guess we got Florida out of the way in the sports sampler because this is not Florida.
Not Florida?
Nope. We're going to California in this one.
Oh, California. Interesting.
Yep.
California.
And this is kind
I
of...
did Schwarzenegger there.
You doing Schwarzenegger
I don't know why I did that. California. That's the only thing I could think of.
That's it? Just California?
That's all I got.
I always think of Batman and Robin. You'll never put me in the cooler, Batman. Like, what? What the hell's he saying?
That's a good one.
Nice to meet you, Batman. What the?
Such a bad movie.
How many puns are we doing in this movie?
All the puns.
All of them. Yeah.
But luckily we don't have
put
any.
Put it in the movie. It'll be fun. Trust me.
Luckily we don't have any puns for this segment yet. But what's happening in California?
All right, so this is kind of an interesting correlation here because I actually have a personal tie to just personal little tie into this story because Mike, you're getting married,
yeah,
and you sent out the wedding invitations and everything,
yes,
and I tried to send in my RSVP with my meal choices.
You did,
and it got lost.
It got lost. That's been happening. I don't know what's going on with the mail.
Yeah, I don't know. This postal service is not up to snuff.
Let me tell you something. Side note: there was like 10 of them that went missing.
Yeah, like it wasn't just me.
No, you were not the only one. It's like a 10% failure rate. I'm like, what in the world?
Well,
anyway,
maybe employees like this might be the reason why.
Oh boy.
That is because a former United States Postal Service letter carrier pleaded guilty to a 3-year spree of stealing various credit, debit, and gift cards from the mail, which she used for her own purposes.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Yes.
2 points. 1, that's a great idea. 2, you should have stopped at 1 year. The fact that he did this for 3 years.
By the way, this is a woman, actually.
Oh, woman.
Yeah, how do you like this? Oh. A female came up with this.
Did I just naturally assume it was a man committing the crime?
Yes, you did, you sexist pig. You're canceled. Get off the show.
All right, bye, everyone. It's just a "we'll be back" screen.
Yeah, we got the "be right back" screen. Yeah,
be right back screen. There
Sorry.
We're officially canceled. There I go, being sexist again.
Yeah, no, this is a lady.
This lady, that's a really good idea, though. But also, she shouldn't have done it for 3 years. The fact that she was able to get away with it for 3 years, she could have easily stopped after a year and just probably gotten away with it, right? Or maybe do it more sporadically. Do like a couple 1 year, then a couple the next. Like, how much mail did she steal? over the 3 years? Does it say?
Well, yeah, there's quite a large amount here. So first, let's get to the perp here.
Yeah.
Her name is 31. So first off, this is 31-year-old Mary Ann McDammit.
That's a fake name.
Nope, that's her real name.
McDammit?
McDammit. Yeah. Oh, McDammit.
Yeah, right. It sounds like she's like a 90-year-old prospector.
Oh, what is California?
Yeah. Oh, McDammit.
Her grandpa was probably a 49er.
My pappy and my pappy's pappy. They were
digging down there.
They were 49ers back before it was a football team.
They thought they found something and screamed McDammit, and they're like, oh, that's a good name.
And they were panning for gold. McDammit. And the other panner was like, that's your name now. Okay.
Sold.
And 200 years later almost, the name, it's a strong name. It's a proud name.
Well, not anymore.
McDammit.
Yep, 31.
But also you said McDammit?
Mary Ann.
Oh, Mary Ann McDammit.
Mary Ann McDammit.
I like the alliteration.
Yeah.
It would have been better if it was Meg McDammit. That would have been better. I'm renaming her to Meg.
Well, her name is Mary Ann McDammit. But she used aliases like Ghana and One Punch.
Okay. One Punch is an anime.
Right, I know that, yeah.
Ghana is a country.
But, I mean,
right?
It sounds like it could be a female name alias.
I guess. But that's
Ghana.
But that...
I don't know.
That's just the first name, though. So did she keep Meg... What was it? McDammit?
McDammit. Well, that's her... So I think that's like... Maybe those were her, like... maybe like fence names.
So she... But what I'm saying is, did she keep the last name? Was it Ghana McDammit?
She probably didn't. Those are probably like her criminal names.
But what's the criminal last name?
There's no... Have you not watched movies? You don't need a criminal last name.
No, but you might
Neo,
though.
Like
no, you might need a criminal last name though. What happens if they ask for your full government name? You can't just say One Punch.
No, because nobody's asking you for your government name when you're trying to do criminal entities and you're trying to have criminal transactions.
Okay, so you're saying this is the name that she used when she was like selling the gift cards,
yes,
or
when she's fencing. Yeah,
when she's fencing. It was a fencing operation.
That's what I think. Because
I thought she was just taking it for herself.
Well, I mean, she probably took. We're gonna get into it. So
Okay.
Here we go. So first off, she legitimately earned an actual paycheck. She was getting paid $56,000 a year from the main post office.
Okay.
She worked in
You
Torrance.
could always use a little bit extra.
Right. She worked in Torrance, California at their post office, and she made $56,000 a year.
In California, that does not go far at all, though. So I could see her. California is very expensive. I don't know where this place is specifically, but I just assume the whole state is expensive.
Yep. So she would, in terms of the credit cards and the debit cards, she would steal over hundreds of credit and debit cards.
That's too many.
On her route. And then she was caught sorting those items via whether or not they were checks or plastic, and then trying to fence them on the dark web to monetary profits.
Wow.
So there was that aspect.
Okay. That's a lot to steal, though.
Right.
Like, no wonder she got caught. If it were like 10 to 20... maybe,
right,
but hundreds.
Yep. Then she would also just flat out, if she saw something that she liked, she would just have male shopping sprees. According to her history, she stole items from Rick Owens, Palm Angels, Dior, Louis Vuitton, and Rolex.
Wow.
So she had some expensive tastes. Yes.
Yeah.
She knew what she was stealing, yeah.
I mean, you see the return labels, you see the boxes, right? And you go, maybe.
Is it worth the risk?
Like, if you're in the system, I assume you know how to get around the system. You know what I mean? She did this for 3 years. It took them 3 years to find her, and it's because she stole hundreds and hundreds of items. if she only took one Rolex or one credit card. I'm not advocating doing that, to be clear. I'm just saying, though, she probably could have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
And there's probably a non-insignificant number of times that this actually happens. Like, think about, like, big tech releases, right? Like the new iPhone.
Yep. And you order it online.
You order it online, you know, unless it's, like, something you have to sign for. Even if it's something you have to sign for, I'm sure that they could just sign it themselves and be like, oh, yeah, I delivered it. I don't know what happened to it.
Yep. Whoops.
Free iPhone.
Yep. Don't know what happened.
You telling me that doesn't happen at all? There must be a fair number across the country.
Yep. All right, but let's get, this is pretty, this sounds like pretty, like, logical so far, right?
Right. Yeah, where's the illogical stuff
Right,
coming?
this is the odd news. There's got to
Right.
be something illogical to this, right? Well, federal investigators first got suspicious too, magdammit, because of her social media.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
She had a user account under Your Fawk, F-A-W-K, not the F word, Your Fawk Mom. That was her handle.
Okay.
And she chronicled all of a sudden that she had various cash stacks and vacations to Aruba, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Cabos, and Turks and Caicos.
Definitely
on
not.
a postwoman's salary.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
I mean, maybe if you're using the entire annual salary, that whole year you're like not paying a single bill, just vacations. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that would definitely tip off some authorities.
'Cause you done goofed.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
you 56 grand a year on a post woman's salary. I don't know.
And you're paying for how many tropical vacations to Hawaii? Hawaii's expensive.
Even from California.
Yeah. That's
Aruba, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Cabos. I don't know. I don't know.
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. Is that it?
That's how I've heard it.
I don't know.
Really
I have
know.
no idea. I don't travel. I'm bad. I don't travel. But
Maybe that's the place you should go. Is Turks and Caicos.
Sure. What do they do there? I don't know. But that's 5 like destination vacations.
Yeah.
That's
in a 3-year span.
Yes.
On $56K a year.
Yeah.
Living in California.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
And I know who it's coming from because I backtraced it.
I don't even think 56K is enough to actually live in the state of California.
Right. I don't even think you can you legally live there?
Isn't that the state with that grocery store Erewhon where like a milkshake is $37? Like, come on now.
Yep. So yeah, her social media channel, Your Fawk. I'm not saying the F word. Your Fawk Mom was the tipping point for federal authorities to investigate, and the news story was kind enough to give us a quick preview. There we go. If you got the video feed up, wow, just flat stacks. Sure,
that is not. I don't know why. I don't know what I imagined when you said stacks of cash. But for those of you not on the video feed, this is not like a couple of like handfuls. It's like a small tower of money, right?
And if you look closely, they're $50 bills.
Dude,
those are not single bills.
That's insane. That's like, is there any point of reference in that photo? Like, how many feet tall do you think that stack is?
I don't know. It's on her table. It's on her kitchen table. It looks like.
That's like more than a foot of bills.
It's taller than our soundboard.
Yeah. That's a tall stack of bills.
Oh, I made this completely legitimately for my post office gig.
Right. She goes, I made this completely legitimately. I withdrew every single penny I owned from all of my bank accounts just to display it on my table. That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that will definitely send up a red flag.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
She would have gotten away with it if she just didn't post.
That's kind of the worrying part. I think she probably would have got away with this if it wasn't for her social media account.
That's why I don't think I'm wrong in saying that there's probably like hundreds of iPhones and other expensive products just lost in the mail.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm in the wrong line of work. Maybe I should go get a postal office gig, right?
Yeah.
That way I don't need to buy an iPhone. I can just lose an iPhone.
You can just acquire one.
Acquire one, right. Yeah. It's a perk of the job.
Yeah.
Again, not advocating for it. I'm just saying.
Just saying. So yes, between that and a video inside of her postal vehicle that caught
She
her.
made a video of this?
No. There was a camera inside the postal vehicle that caught her doing suspicious activity. Federal agents had enough to raid Mag Dammit's apartment in this story. And here was what they found. They found 133 stolen credit and debit cards.
Wow.
16 U.S. Treasury checks.
Jeez.
And 18 stolen gift cards as well. So that is a hefty price tag to have on you.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
I declare bankruptcy!
I know she was trying to fence them, but why didn't she just use the gift cards and just take?
Well, the credit and debit cards you can only use like once or twice before they get shut down.
Yes, so those ones I understand her
that
trying
had
to
to be
fence,
fenced.
but I guess the checks you can't cash or deposit.
Yeah, that would probably have to be fenced too.
That would leave a trail. But the gift cards,
cards you can.
She could have just wherever they are, you just find something and buy it, you know?
Yep. According to Mag Dammit, her two favorite stolen credit cards or stolen gift cards to use were from Home Depot and Apple. I don't know.
They're expensive products. You know,
Yeah,
you need some gift cards.
I just thought that was a funny little tidbit to add in this police report.
Both Home Depot and Apple is a wild combination, though. I
She's
feel like those two things don't go together.
In terms of her house, she's a real do-it-yourself kind of gal.
Right, exactly.
But when it comes to technology, you guys handle it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's an odd combination, but Home Depot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves her Home Depot.
People out there just mailing Home Depot and Apple gift cards.
Look, Home Depot. Look, you're going to become a new homeowner. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Lowe's and Home Depot. They're going to be fun gift cards to get.
But I didn't realize people were mailing them that frequently.
Yeah.
She found enough for them to become her favorite.
Those were
that
her
implies
favorites.
that she's able to steal a lot, you know?
Either that or also they were just also easy to use. Like I guess they don't care. They're just like, once you're in there, all right, I guess you must have gotten these through legitimate ways.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions. Yeah.
Right.
Don't ask questions. Take gift card. Take product. Consume business.
Consume.
Yeah. All right. So, yes, she did plead guilty to everything. I mean, they had her dead to rights. They had her on camera. They had all the stuff in her apartment.
Yeah, they found all the stuff at the apartment, yeah.
Yeah, so there was no way out of this. She pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bank fraud.
Ooh, that sounds intense.
Yep, that is a full-blown felony. And she could be looking at a maximum sentence of 30 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is that's a rough one.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
But I mean, that's what you get. She was living the high life on social media with her
a fat stack of cash.
Fat stacks of cash.
That is a lot of cash.
That really is. That's also just you're just setting yourself up to be robbed.
Who in their right mind would post that and be like, okay, that's good.
If I'm forced to take that photo on my social media, I'm instantly after that running to the bank.
Right,
please
exactly.
take it all. Deposit immediately.
What do you even do with that much physical cash? You can't. Do you just keep it in a cardboard box somewhere? Your wallet, you can't fit in a wallet. Would you just stuff it into a trash bag? Where are you keeping that?
Just bury it in your back lawn.
Yeah, is she literally sticking it in the mattress?
Yeah. Ooh.
Where do you keep all that?
That is
I think
a lot.
right now I think I have like $20 in my wallet. That's all the actual physical cash I have to my name. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that stack of cash.
Yeah, well, she apparently was going to have an idea with it, but the federal authorities were able to find her and make her turn all that in. So
Again, you got to think like if you're going to commit crime, don't post on social media. Be smart.
Hey.
Limit the amount of crime you commit.
all criminal enterprises should have a social media policy.
Right, exactly.
And all criminals should sign it, and it should just be like, no.
Their corporate training, they log in, it just says, are you thinking of posting on social media? No.
Yeah, that's it.
Stop. Is this the right choice?
Please, just don't do it.
I love corporate training videos. Bob just fenced $10,000 worth of stolen gift cards. He decides now's a good time to share his successes on social media. What would you do in this situation? A, post on all of your social media. B, don't.
Post on some of your social media.
Right. C, check with the legal team first. Or D, don't post at all.
Yeah.
That's right. The answer's D. Don't post at all. It's like, come on.
Yeah, if only criminals had those corporate HR trainings.
I could do it for them.
Yeah.
You know, for a fee.
Yeah.
I'd be
You could
happy
host
to.
it.
I could host it. I'd be happy to do voiceovers. I'll do the PowerPoints. Whatever you need me to do, guys. Just get in touch. My rates are very reasonable. It's just 17 stolen gift cards. Doesn't matter where to.
17 stolen Apple gift cards.
17 stolen Apple gift cards. Any denomination. It's all good. Yep.
He loves his Apple.
Exactly. So that's my rate. 17 stolen Apple gift cards.
Yep, and you'll be fine.
Contact me.
All right.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Mike is advocating for actual criminal enterprises.
No, I'm going to work on the corporate side of the criminal enterprise, which is actually just working in corporate America.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
What a summary of this episode.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So, on that note, I think it's time to start wrapping up this episode. We're mixing criminal and corporate enterprises.
Not good.
Yeah. So, there you go. That will begin to start wrapping up this episode. Thank you guys for watching and listening to our show. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Make sure you follow us on social media. But most importantly, make sure you have a way to get the podcast sent to you every week. 2 main ways to do it. First one is YouTube. Go to YouTube and search Crispy Noodle Podcast. That is our channel. And hit that red subscribe button so you get the podcast sent to your YouTube account every week. And you can watch us on your cell phone, on your Apple phone, or maybe your stolen Apple phone, however you got your phone, your laptop. You can watch us on TV. All the ways you can consume the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Crispy Noodle Podcast. Second main way is on Spotify. We put the video podcast up on Spotify. You can watch the video podcast there. But you can also put Spotify on in the background and listen to us as an audio-only podcast, and using Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. If you're on that criminal streak, you can use those apps, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, to take us on the go with you. So if you're using your ill-gotten gains for a stolen car, you can also take us on the go with you there as well. So
it's true. You can take us with you on any criminal enterprise you have, I guess.
Yeah,
if you
fun.
Want to. Yeah. But if you need to get in touch with us individually, you can find us on Blue Sky, where you can share your sports, entertainment, and odd news stories. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I'm at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on Blue Sky. Let us know what's happening. And if we use a topic that you send our way, we'll give you a sausage shout out. So why not? So make sure you get in touch with us on Blue Sky. But for right now, let's wrap it up. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. Whew, that'll do it.
What a show.
Yep. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.